Hey guys! Okay, so this video is going to be about my first day of college experience. Another apologies for the back noise. I'm really going to have to sort that out and do videos in the day. But I'm doing videos in the night with the backing noise in. I'm watching EastEnders right now. So that's why the backing noise is in, because everyone's sleeping, and yeah, I really need to start doing videos in the night. But anyway, I feel like a right chav right now with my hoodie on. I never wear hoodies. What the hell is that? I never wear hoodies, and I'm wearing one now because I'm really cold. Isn't right.
Yeah, one. Oh, I just can't get through to Joe. He's probably nothing. So let's do clocks.
Okay, so yesterday at, what time did I go in? 9 o'clock. I had to go to college. My auntie come and pick me up at 8:30, and we got to the college around quarter to 9, and when we pulled aside, we see my cousin. So okay, so yeah, we see my cousin outside, and my auntie asked her to walk me in because we had to go into the hall to have a presentation thing of the head teacher. So we went into the hall, and I sat next to her. We was in there until 9, maybe quarter past 9. Ooh, I have an inbox. Yeah, so once we was in the hall, once we was in the hall, we got called by our teacher. Oh, shut up. And we were in a class, met. Are you serious? So yeah, our teacher called our class up. We went to our classroom then with the teacher. So once we got to the classroom, he let me turn off the sounds. He introduced himself, told us a bit about the course and just stuff like that. And then he handed out loads of stuff. So yeah, they give us this booklet pack thing when we got to our room. And then we was all sitting separately. I was up here, and I was by here in the row of seats, and then everyone was either in groups or sitting separately. So I was just sitting there like this. I was like, oh my god, I'm in a class full of weirdos. I thought everyone was a weirdo at the point. And then we come to break time, and I was we went down to the canteen area, and I was standing there on my own. I was just like, oh my god, this is so awkward, because I knew nobody at all. I knew no one's name. So I was just standing there. I was like, oh my god, I want to go home. I was texting my mom. I was like, Mom, I'm alone. I sat on my own for that break. And after break, we went back up to the classroom, and I have no idea what we'd done. Let me have a look. We had a screening for dyslexia test. We had all of us had to do a test for dyslexia and all that kind of stuff to see what level we were on. And then after that, we had our dinner break. We had how long? We had an hour and a half for dinner, but because we finished early, we had 2 hours for dinner. So I felt, oh my god, what do I do? So I went down to the canteen, and I just sat in the same table I sat on at break time, and I was sitting there, and this girl kept walking up and down the corridor. So I was like, oh my god. She was in my class, and then every time she walked past me, she looked at me. So I was like, oh, should I say something to her, or what do I do? But yeah, she done that for 5 minutes, and then she walked up the corridor and didn't come back. I was just like, oh my gosh, she disappeared. She walked into nowhere. And then I seen her in the window walking out, so it's like, okay, she's gone. So after 10 minutes of sitting there on my own, I thought, bugger this. So I got up and walked out to the college, and I went to all the shops in Culupland. So I went up there, up to the shops, and I went into Sainsbury's. I come back down, and then while I was walking down back towards the college, this girl is in my class. Let's call her Shona. That's not her real name, but let's call her Shona for now. She called me over, and she was with the group of people, but she wasn't speaking to the group of people. She was just standing with the group of people. She wasn't like friends with them, but she was standing next to this other girl. Let's call her, what should we call her? Chloe. Let's call her Chloe. She's standing next to Chloe. No, I don't like. Let's call her by the real name. So there was Abby, the one who was standing there first. Like, yeah, Abby. And then she was standing next to this other girl called Sophie. And like, while I was walking down, Abby called me. She was like, "What's your name?" And I was like, Katie. She was like, "Oh, come over here." So I went over there, and then like she was like, "You wanna hang around with us? You look alone." So I was just like, "Yeah, sure. Why not?" So they both told me their name, and I told them my name. And like Abby, every 5 minutes she kept asking my name, so I was like, "What the hell?" Okay. So yeah. After that, we stood there for like 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes, and then they said, "Oh, do you want to come to town?" So I was like, "Oh, okay then," because I have a free bus pass. So like, we got on the bus to go to town. We walked around town. Not even walked around town. We walked around the corner, and then walked back into the bus stop, and caught the bus back up to the college. We was like, "Oh my god, okay." I've hung around with these guys for like 10 minutes now. We went back down to the college, and we walked around this like a fish. We walked around, and then like this girl Alira, she's like really mad. She's like that. She's like jumping all over the place, and we're like, "Oh my god!" I went back up by like the people they was already with. These people are mad. They like. This boy in my class, right, he's like wears a full-on vampire coat thing. He's like, "Oh my god," he freaks me out. So we was talking to him, this other girl, her name's Sam. She's a bit like, you know, yeah. My mum is awake. We walked around the back of the college, and this girl was sitting on her own. I knew she was in her class. She was the one who kept walking up and down the corridor. So she was sitting on her own, and I said, "Oh, she's sitting on her own over there. Should we go like speak to her? She's in our class." Sophie was like, "Oh yeah, come on then, let's go." And then Abby was like, "Oh," I was just like, "Let's go, just walk." So we went over, and we said, I stood in front of her. She was like sitting on the bench. I stood in front of her and just like, "Hi." And Sophie sat next to her. She's like, "Hi, my name's Sophie." And she was just like, "Oh my god." So we was like all formed a group, and then like we hung around for like 5 minutes, then went back up to class. And then everyone was there. It was more than us. It was me, Abby, Chloe, Nia, and then there's like we met this girl. I have no idea what her name is, but we met this girl and this boy, and he's like really cool. He's my new gay best friend. He's gay and he's amazing. But we were speaking to them, and then like we were talking about Sam and that guy who was in a Dracula suit, who was like up there, up the top of the car park kind of thing, and like we looked at them and like smiled and laughed kind of thing, but we wasn't laughing at them. We was laughing at what they was doing, because Sam was like tickling the Dracula. I'm gonna call it Dracula's neck. So while we was laughing at them, the girls in our class, like they really like mouthy. They like walked past us and then walked back down, and one of them said, "Have you got a problem?" And we was like, "No, what do you mean?" And she was like, "Well, why are you looking at us all the time and laughing?" And we was like, "We not." Okay, so my outfit of the day yesterday, which is my first day, I just wore these black leggings. I wore, oh my god, this top. I wore them yesterday, and I wore these, and bear with me a minute, I'm not stripping, I swear. Like this top, it's like a collar kind of top. I just wore them. And tomorrow, which will be my third day, I'm just gonna wear this top, and I'm gonna wear this underneath it, just a stripy red, and just these casual jeans. That was like my first day experience college thing. So subscribe for more. Stay tuned for more. Peace. Am I doing the right sign? Peace.
Some of the stunts my dad's done.
Headed on. Bye guys.
Just